Hello and welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian. In this video, we'll be going through another $500 box of half dollars. We'll be looking for silver, varieties, proofs, foreign coins, NIFCs, mint errors, you name it. Let's open it up and see what we got on top. Kind of dull looking. Don't think it's silver. All right. Looks normal. Now let's get into the rolls. We're on roll number 1. We've got a DDO. Under the scope is a 1971 Denver. Notice the lettering is just a little bit thicker than normal. Over here in the letter I, you can see kind of a split on the upper right. It's a stepping effect here at the upper left, and some convexity down here at the bottom of the I. The date is also just a little bit thicker than normal. Over here in the word trust, you can see extra thickness of the lettering, small splits down at the bottom of the first T, the bottom of both legs of the R, the top of the U on both sides, and extra thickness here at the top of the second T. If you go up here to the letter T in Liberty, you can see it's extra wide compared to normal with widened serifs on both sides. And over here in the E in Liberty, it's hard to see it, but there's a small little split right here. This is DDO number 13 of Variety Vista. Probably the most common one that I find. Now let's get back to it. We're on roll number 9. We have our first NIFC of the box. This is a 2007 Denver, mintage of 2.4 million. All right, let's keep going. We're on roll number 14. We have a scarce DDO. Under the scope is a 1977 Denver. Notice how thick the lettering and the date are. Over here in the words we trust, you can see extra thickness of the lettering, splits here at the tips of the serifs of the E. The right leg of the R has a split going right through the center of it, but it's hard to see because of damage. The top of the U has splitting up here. The S is heavily doubled, especially down here at the bottom. You can see that right there. And the T is also doubled, especially up here at the top. This is the FS 101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide, or DDO number 1 on Variety Vista. It's a great find. One of the rarest and most valuable DDOs you can find on clad half dollars. Let's get back to it. Roll number 16. We have another NIFC. This time it's a 2003 Denver, mintage of 2.5 million. All right, let's keep going. We're on roll number 20. We have another DDO. Under the scope is a 1971 Denver. Notice the top left serif of the I, how it kind of slopes upward. And the bottom serif is a bit convex at the bottom instead of being straight across. The lettering is also just a little bit thicker than normal, as well as the date. Over here in the word trust, you can see light splitting down at the bottom right leg of the R here. The top of the U on both sides. Now if you go up here to the T in Liberty, you can see it's a little bit thicker than normal with widened serifs on both sides. And over here in the E, you see a notch right here. This is DDO number 14 on Variety Vista. It's very similar to the FS 101, but the letter I is shaped just a little bit differently. The FS 101 has a normal looking eye without the sloping and the convexity at the bottom. All right, let's get back to the hunt. We're on roll number 22, and we have a repunched mint mark. Here we have a 1971 Denver. I'm holding it freehand because it's hard to see this one, but if you look here where the top of the D is, you can see a little notch right here. This is RPM number 2 on Variety Vista. It's a tough one to spot. All right, let's get back to it. Roll number 29. We have another NIFC. This is a 2003 Philadelphia, mintage of 2.5 million. All right, let's keep going. We're on roll number 38. We have another NIFC. This time it's another 2003 Denver, mintage of 2.5 million. All right, let's keep going. We're on roll number 43. We have a DDR. Under the scope is the reverse of a regular 1972 Denver. Notice how thick the lettering is. And look at the sharpness of the serifs at the bottom of the S's. Now compare that with this one. Notice how the lettering is just a little bit thicker. The bottom serifs of the S's are more rounded with splitting in them on both sides. If you go over to the words of America, you'll see small notches in the bottom right corners of the lettering going all the way across, as well as down here on the F of the word half. This is DDR number 2 on Variety Vista. Let's get back to it. We're on roll number 44. And I didn't expect this late in the game. That looks 90% to me. Let's see what we got here. $64, Denver. Nice. Finally some silver. All right, 6 more rolls to go. Let's keep going. We're on the same roll. We have a minor mint error. Let's go to the scope. Here's the reverse of a 1971 Denver. I have it tilted and upside down so you can see the raised elements through here. Some sort of die damaged or die crack. I'm not really sure which, but pretty cool. Nothing major, but I thought I'd show it. Let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 47. Here we go again. This time it's a 40%, it looks like. Yep, a 68. All right, 3 more rolls to go. 50 rolls conquered. Let's do a recap. That was a pretty good box. We had a total of 12 finds, including 2 silvers, 1 90%er, 1 40%er, a minor mint error on a 1971D. We had 4 NIFCs, a 2003 Philadelphia, 2 2003 Denvers, and 2007 Denver. And we had 5 varieties, a 1971D, RPM number 2, a 71D, DDO number 13, a 71D, DDO number 14, a 72D, DDR number 2, and the find of the hunt, a 1977D, FS 101. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. And if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thank you again. And remember, every coin has a story. And some of those stories have gaps in them. I'll see y'all next time.